here in the Rejuvenation Cup have had a pretty tough time. Fly with only 2 points in second last position. Soin in very last with 0 points at the moment. The Korean player Soin will at least try to get some points before the season ends. After today, there's only going to be one more play day for him. And we're going to find out now if that's going to work out. Our first map in this best of 6. Echo Isles, which we've seen very little of. But now will be shown to us. Echo Isles very good for Blade Master. You can try to snipe some items early, easy. Also get that Ogre Magi fairly reliably, although it can be messed with. And so, unsurprisingly, Fly is going for the Blade. That was to be expected, but Soin, even on the strongest Blade Master map, is going for Farseer. So, that should show us the direction this game might be going. Blade Master starting off very strongly with the circlet right here. And the wolf harass begins. I think this should come as a surprise to Fly as well. Of course, he knows that Soin and in general many orcs like playing Farseer nowadays. But again, on this map, it's almost always a Blade Master. Not in this case, however. Fly took a lot of damage on that one peon, so that one seems to be bound to go down. Oh, and the Burrow Cancer should also be successful. The Blade Master is allowing this to happen. A good movement on the wolf right there. Minimizing the damage. Does he get the cancel on the Burrow? Farseer damage shouldn't quite be enough. Wolf resummon still on cooldown. It's a 30-second cooldown. Oh, and the Burrow is not cancelled. And I would say that means that this is a really good early game for Fly. You get the trifecta already. Blade with circlet, claws, and gloves. Getting level 3 quickly for him on the Blade is not going to be too easy. But these items certainly look quite strong. Grunt taking some damage. Oh, but look at that peon block as well. Beautifully done.
The town is under siege.
Fly trying to chase after the other grunt in the back of the base. He's aware of how much damage he has here. So, wait a minute. It's Farseer grunts. It's not Farseer headhunters. I just noticed now. So it's a fast tech Farseer with Shadowhunter. Wait, is this like a Razorman build? Farseer, Shadowhunter, Raiders, Hero Focus? We'll see. Very clearly for Soin, the goal here is to harass, to slow down the Blade Master, not allow him to creep too much. Try to ensure that he's not going to be too powerful. And indeed, Blade is only level 1, doesn't have crit yet. But again, he's got strong items, which will be quite the big help.
A player's forces are under attack.
Good scout by Soin. He knows, of course, Blade Masters love to try to take out this Ogre Magi early. Can he prevent it? Steal right here would be huge. But with the Windwalk, the Blade secures it. It's only a Scroll of the Beast, so that one is actually pretty bad. He's gonna sell it and get another Circlet instead. 4 stat boosting items now on the Blade Master. He's looking real strong. And we're gonna have Raider Walkers being added in on both sides.
A player's forces are under attack.
Quick level 2 for the Shadow Hunter for Soin. Fly would also love to get level 3 Shadow as quickly as he can, but of course, creeping with the Blade Master is just simply going to be much faster. 4 grunts. Seems to be quite a lot for Soin. I wonder, for Fly, I mean. I wonder if he's not over-investing on grunts. Oh my god, the Blade Master. This Blade is gonna be extremely scary. And there's clearly a timer here on Soin. With him playing the Farseer against the Blade, he's gonna be much, much weaker in the late game. Farseer, of course, always not the best late game hero. But especially when there's ample dispel to go around, the wolves will be a non-factor. Disenchant can deal with them very, very well, if there is enough mana. They've got the Emo Potion, may have to use it already. Perhaps not, though. Shadowhunter and the rest of the army are coming in. Spirit Link being applied. Trying to use the Speed Scroll to save the Raider. Oh, but it still dies. Hex return against the, or onto the Berserker. Blade taking a lot of damage. But there's still Emo Potion. Blade getting revealed. Oh, but he's too late. With the invuln. Gets hexed and killed. Big mistake by Fly. Classic Fly move. Losing the Blade Master. He had the time to use the invuln, but didn't do it. Gonna have to go for a Tavern Res. But I guess the grunts and the rest of the army are still healthy enough. Blade Master has Spirit Link applied. Wait a minute. Did you guys see that? Was he just revived from the tavern? And he came back with Spirit Link? Seems like that shouldn't be possible. Or did he revive him and then reapply Spirit Link? Did someone see that?
A player's forces are under attack.
You got a new one? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's probably just reapplied. Okay. More solo creeping for the Shadow. He's very close to 3. Is he gonna get it here? This would be a very important level up. Oh, but he doesn't quite. Missing just a little bit more. However, at the green, he can get it. 1 peon stuck back there. Whoops. Doesn't probably matter too much. Once you've landed on tier 2 as Orc, you don't really need much lumber at all anymore. So there's a peon stuck as well. What's going on here?
A town is under siege.
And here comes the push. This is basically all in by Soin. He knows time is running out for him. But Fly seems to be ready with the level 3 Shadow. And there we see the Disenchant against the Wolves. Very strong. Almost one-shots them. And in we go. Fly also has the Kodo Beast. Good bonus damage and everything. And he gets the Devour. And this looks pretty much hopeless already, if you ask me. This earlier Fossey harass, I think he didn't quite do enough. I wonder how much came down to this burrow not being cancelled. I feel like that may have put him quite far behind already. And the Blade Master, yeah, he didn't creep too heavily early on, but he got still good items. And of course, the late game will always belong to you with the Blade. That's something also we see in Orc versus Undead quite a bit nowadays. The Farseer just doesn't have what it takes for the late game. Kodo Beast getting taken out as well. More than 600 gold on Fly. Doesn't seem even to be losing much. TP out by Soin. He can at least save the Shadow. They lost a lot of units here in this retreat. This push did not work out at all. And again, the longer this goes, the better it is for Fly.
A player's forces are under attack.
With this strategy, wouldn't it have been better for Soin to try to go TC, level TC 3, and then go for a big timing with Heal Scroll? Farseer TC. Not seen so often, I guess.
A player's forces are
Unless it's
under
Farseer Headhunters. Alright, in we go. Fly ready to put Soin out of his misery. He's pushing in with a strong army. This Blade Master is just a menace. Look at him go. 174 crit already on level 3 only. He's making a shop behind it. Soin also has to remake his shop. Kodo's get a Devour off. Oh, Soin doesn't quite. Kodo gets ensnared. Would have gone down. And that is the GG. And a quick 1-0 for Fly. Very uncomplicated game. Fly playing his favorite hero, the Blade. Gets off to a good start. Strong items. And yeah. Normally with the Farseer is supposed to get ahead early. Use that advantage. Leverage it into a good attack. Into a strong fight on tier 2. Maybe even before 50 supply. And then take the lead and take the game with it. But Fly never really gave the advantage out of his hand, even when the Blade Master died in typical Fly fashion, even then. He was still looking strong enough. Thank you, Legic1R, with a 5-month resub. Says, thank you, Remo and Neo, for keeping the dream alive. Thank you very much for the support, my man. Much appreciated. For map number 2, it might be Farseer all the way. Echo Isles, of course, especially good for a Blade Master, as you can easily snipe those claws. There's a marketplace to make use of. And there's the Ogre Magi. This is all big benefits for him. Plus, a Farseer 800 build can't really creep too easily to level 3. On other maps, this could look very differently. Like Tidehunters, for example. Well, actually, Tidehunters also doesn't have the easiest level 3 creep route, to be fair. On Autumn Leaves, for example, it's very easy. We'll see what we're gonna get. Our next match gonna start in around a minute. The players are in, ready to start their next game. Chat saying, I like Elf Mirror. I also like Elf Mirror on one condition. As long as it's not Bear Mirror. I think Bear Mirror is horribly boring, but everything else is pretty cool. Mass hunts, Podem, mass air, dryads, archers, anything but Bear Mirror. Even hunts against bears is cool, but Bear Mirror I find rather dull. Thank you very much, Psysonic, with the 250 bits. Says, Gamora, did you defeat Happy? Soin, yes, Gamora. What did it cost? Soin. Everything. I know what you mean. Soin was able to beat Happy in the Warcraft Champions Finals, which was amazing. But in Rejuvenation Cup, he seems to be suffering. I don't know if it's a consequence, really. But yeah, here, things certainly do look very differently. And 7G with a 34-month resub. Thank you. I actually like Orc Mirror a lot. I feel like there's a lot of things possible in Orc Mirror. Just, of course, from a strategical standpoint, with Farseer Headhunters, with tier 3, with pushes, there's so many different strats you can go for. Blade Master, of course, also. Plus, just the way that the units work out, there's a lot of potential for initiative in that matchup. Like, you have Hex, you have Speed Scrolls, you have Ensnare, you have Purges. So, you can be aggressive if you want. Where, for example, Undead Mirror, if it's normal Tet Fiend Undead Mirror, there's not much you can do before tier 3. Like, if you go to the opponent and you find him, he can just walk away if he wants. Like, there's nothing you can do to force a fight, really. You can kind of contest for creep camps or whatever, but you can't force fights. I feel like that's a design problem that Warcraft has had, and we're probably beyond the point of changing. But I think there should be more ways to force fights. Like, Entangle and Ensnare, as frustrating as those mechanics can be, they're really good for forcing an engagement. And I feel like there's not enough of that. Blizzard had planned for every race to have something like that. For example, Sleep from the Dreadlord, Impale from the Crypt Lord. But realistically, in the meta, that's just, you know, not really feasible. Same also for human, unless they have MK with Strongbolt. Or for Night Elf, unless they have Dryads. It's oftentimes very hard to force a fight. Even with Dryads, it can be hard to force a fight. Thank you, Grimbad the Terrible. 2-month resub. Says, thanks for all the awesome content. Thank you very much for the support. My homie. We have now map number 2 starting. We missed just about the first 30 seconds or so. We're now on Concealed Hill, so in the top right playing Farseer again. And Fly once more with the Blade Master. Does someone know when Lin vs. Happy is? Saturday. Yes, indeed.
A player's forces are under attack.
Saturday, Lin vs. Happy is gonna be epic. My bet is that Lin is gonna play Blade Master at least twice. And very possibly Blade first, TC second. You heard it here first, folks. I still think you have a way better chance at beating Happy with a Blade Master strat than a Farseer strat. If everything goes right for Happy in the game, if he doesn't make mistakes, he nowadays usually beats Farseer. However, it's really easy to make 1 or 2 mistakes against the Farseer, and then the Orc can really run away with the lead. Oh, last hit not quite stolen. Blade almost got it, but I think the heal kind of messed him up. He got the item, but not the experience. Oh man, that would have been huge. And Fly is falling far behind in experience here. The thing, of course, is Farseer is way easier to play than a Blade Master.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Blade getting trapped. Has to use a lot of mana here to get out of his base once again. But this game is not looking too bad for Soin. Farseer should be getting level 3 now any moment. Not sure if the green camp is enough, but I think it is, right? Oh wow, that's a huge experience lead. Oh my god. It's looking a bit scary for Soin right now. For Fly, I mean. Excusez-moi. Good items also on the Farseer. Shadowhunter coming, and the Spirit Lodge. Fly's trying to creep the natural? Whoa! Whoa! And the push is gonna be coming in any moment. Alright, here we go, tower push. Oof. This is looking rough. This is looking really rough for Fly. It's gonna take him quite some time to recover from this camp. He's gonna get level 2, but the Blade and the grunts are all gonna be hurt. Firelord should be added in here in a moment. Oh, the peon! Did he miss the scout? Oh my god, by 2 seconds. Okay, he finds out. Fly finds out. And this should be no surprise. This tower push strat with a Firelord is very popular. He's also going Bestiary. Okay. Oh, we got X-Lord in the chat. Being very nice to me. Thank you, X-Lord. Alright, Fly has 2 heroes and 2 grunts. Against a whole bunch of headhunters. This looks tough. Let's be real. Yeah. And this is what can happen. If you fall behind in levels, like if the Blade Master had been super creeping himself and had gotten a fast level 3, and with that level 3 could have picked off a couple of headhunters here and there, could have been a very different story, but that is not the story right here. Fly only has 1 purge. He's trying to make it to the back line. Where's the purge, by the way? Is he waiting for the split of the lava spawn? Oh, that would be sick. Let's see if he's trying that. Okay, the first lava spawn ran out, though. One grunt's gonna fall, one tower's gonna get cancelled, the heal wave comes in, but 2 towers will finish. Oh, and the shadow is surrounded. And the shadow is dead. And that looks like it's game. But thinking of it, that would be pretty cool, right? Like holding on to the purge until the lava spawn is doing its split thing. And then you purge it. And then no split. Alright, GG's called. And that is the simplest way to win Orc Mirror. Play Farsi Headhunters, play up against the Blade, get level 3 fast. He's not level 3. You run across the map, tower push, boom, GG. And that is the simplicity of Farsi Headhunters. If you get ahead early, it's really easy to get further ahead or win the game outright. That's one of the big strengths of Farsi Headhunter, where it can, however, suffer in the late game. But here it didn't. And I think Fly probably not creeping enough early game. Of course, also, missing the Rock Golem lasted was huge. Rock Golem gives 120 experience, so that's a 240 experience swing, if you want to see it that way. Honestly, if he gets the Rock Golem, he's in a fine position, right? Because then Soin takes way longer to go for the push, because he needs to creep another camp to get level 3. Yeah, I guess the Rock Golem was like at least 60% responsible for that game. That's how it goes sometimes. Why not purge it immediately and mitigate the damage? The lava spawn? Yeah, that's also a decent point. But especially if there's 2 lava spawn on the field, you probably don't know which one was summoned first and which one's going to split first. It depends on how much mana you have, right? Like, if you only have 1 purge, then you probably want to save it ideally for the one that's about to split. If you have a couple of purges, of course, throw them out there. But he didn't have many. Didn't have many at all. Is it a best of 5? It's a best of 6. So that means it could be a win for one of the 2 players, or it could also be a draw with 3-3. A draw will award 1 point for each player. A win will result in 2 points for the winner. So a draw is actually still worth quite a lot. Unlike in football, where a win is 3 points and a draw is only 1, here a draw is worth half as much as a win. I'm not sure which is better. I think I like the 1 point for a draw, 2 points for a win more. I guess the problem in football is, if a draw is worth so much, then teams won't be trying to go for the win as much. It might be leading to too much passivity. But here in Warcraft, it's not really a problem, because we have a set amount of maps anyways. All maps get played anyways. Players will try to win anyways. You know what I mean? It's not like they can hedge their bets and just try to play safe for the draw. Yeah, seems to make sense. Alright, ready for map number 3. Northern Isles will be the battlefield. And this seems like a pretty bad Blade Master map. You got a lot of heavy armor creeps on this map, so that means piercing damage is always going to be better than normal damage. And also, you get a lot of benefit from pulling out the creep camps. You can creep especially the middle way easier with Headhunters. Unless you find a good timing at nighttime to creep the merchant with grunts, but that's always unreliable. And Soin is again going with the Farseer Headhunter build. Fly is going Blade again. Blade Master every time so far. Oh yeah, but on this map you can actually creep level 3 Blade really well, right? If you're left alone, you can just creep triple green camp and Tuskar, and it's a fast level 3. You're gonna have some good items, and you can try to hunt down those Headhunters. And level 3 Blade, especially if he's got some good items, can really be a menace against those headhunters. 2 burrow tech by Fly, so he's going to take his time going to tier 2.
A player's forces are under attack.
Starting off with the ring, not too great for Fly, especially in this matchup where he will certainly try to hunt down some headhunters. What he really wants is damage.
A player's forces are under attack.
It is going to be a fast level 2 on both sides. Question is one of them going to try to be aggressive on 2, or is it just going to be a rush to level 3? Soin should get that level 3 a little bit faster, but just by a smidge. And indeed, only creeping for now. Pendant of Energy. That could be pretty sick for a Fire Lord for a tier 2 push, right? That pendant should mean that he gets out 3 lava spawn instead of 2. What's the cooldown on lava spawn, by the way?
Under attack.
I think it's pretty long, right? I think it's like 15 seconds, maybe? Oh, nice lightning shield creep here by Fly as well. Creeping this fast. 1 of Mana Steel. Not bad at all. More Windwalks. Trying to get more kills. And there we see level 3 is going to be reached by both. As I said, CORSAIR a little bit faster. But by the time he makes it across the map, Fly will be level 3 as well. Nice usage also of the heal cells. Really maximizing the effect, minimizing the cost. And lucky scout here for Fly. Finds the opponent in transit right away. He's gonna try to buy some items. No claws? Was there nothing in the marketplace? It's kind of weird.
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh, Soin with an early push right here. Good defense so far by Fly, losing no grunts as of yet. And the Blade Master is going to get the first kill here finally. Oh! But the CORSAIR chasing with the Chain Lightning gets 1 grunt at least. Probably going to get a second. Oh, it's 2 grunts taken out. Okay. Fly needs to get some recovery kills. Take out at least 3 headhunters. He's gotten only 1 so far. That's not enough. Fly needs to find more. He's going to get that one. And might find more. And Fly is going walkers. No shaman this time. CORSAIR harassing the peons as well. Oh, with the lightning shield. That's scary. And we see a fast tier 3 by Soin. So 2 peons killed as well. 2 grunts, 2 peons going down. Not an easy early game for Fly by any means. Blade. Still looking for more kills. Oh, but the Shadowhunter is out. Okay. Wait, why is Fly's Shadowhunter so late? I feel like it was quite a bit later, wasn't it? One more Headhunter gonna go down. Oh, the grunt needs to run. Oh, grunt dies as well. Lots of losses on both sides, and I think that's very good for Soin. Fly losing so many units means he can't really go for a tier 2 push. And Soin is the one going tier 3. And look at the wolves. Preventing mining again. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Fly is getting kind of clobbered here on map 3.
A town is under siege.
I think the big problem was the Blade Master was trying to chase too much after those headhunter kills at the very beginning when Soin was pushing in. I think the Blade had to stand next to the grunts, deal with the wolves first, and then push back the rest. This game now looking really good for Soin. Tier 3 about to finish. He could go TC if he wants. We still have tons of creeps left on the map. This was such an aggressive early game. We didn't see too many camps being taken. Only the smallish ones right outside the main.
Attack.
Fly now coming in for the creep jack. Doesn't want to allow this troll warlord to go to the opponent too easily. Oh, and here comes the backstab. Nicely done. Blade could try to take out 2 units right here. Didn't use the windwalk. That was kind of weird. If he'd used the windwalk earlier,
Players' forces are under
could have definitely gotten at least 1 headhunter. Hex is being invested. Alright, Soin keeps his headhunters alive for now. Oh, Berserk finishes. Alright. 1 raider fell for Soin, but the Berserkers are still ready. Would love to know the disparity in the gold mines. Should be quite something. Should be around like 400, 500 maybe.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fly now gonna claim the middle. But the Chinese orc still stuck on tier 2 and his lumber is way too low to try to follow into tier 3. Farseer gets level 4. Alright. But the Farseer will be the weakest hero on the field. Even on high levels. Well, okay, if he makes it to level 6, I guess he's going to be very strong, but... Even level 5. Level 5 Farseer is pretty good, gotta say. Not as good as the level 5 Blade Master, though, but flies further away from that than the opponent by far. Walker in the base, easily protecting. Doesn't even use the disenchant. Lots of rings for Fly this game. That's certainly unlucky. But that's the way that Warcraft is sometimes. Sometimes you get good items, sometimes you get bad items.
A player's forces are under attack.
I always find it funny when people think that they're unconventionally unlucky. You know what I mean? Like, some people actually think that they have bad luck with items, and they mostly get bad items, and they get worse items than is the average. When of course that's not true. It's just subjective perception. Everyone gets an average amount of luck, given enough games, given enough sample size. But some people just feel that they are unlucky, and they can't really be too objective about it. The funniest example of this that I ever encountered was Philly. Some of the German Warcraft fans might still remember him from ESL TV days. He was a German caster back in the day alongside Take. And he sometimes, when he was playing games, he felt convinced that in the games that he lost because his units had all low damage rolls. So you know what I mean? If the Berserker has 18 to 21 damage, his units would always hit for 18 every single time. That's how unlucky he would be. And I told him, bro, that's unrealistic. Like, statistically, it's going to average out over time. And he was like, no, no, no. I know it. I can feel it. I get unlucky with the damage rolls. Alright, here we go. Big tier 3 push coming in. Soin looking strong. Triple hero. Berserker upgrade. TC on level 2. He's got the aura now. And he's got a Cloak of Flames, which can be sick, by the way. Oh my god. Look at that cloak. Oh, that's so much DPS. Juicy. Whew, Stomp barely missing. The blade just hardly gets away. But Fly is so far behind, man. Ooh, man. TC with the cloak. It just looks wonderful. Still got the big invo potion. He's dishing out so much damage. It's glorious. Oh, that Kodo Beast goes down quick against the Berserker. Focus. Bye-bye, Kodo. Trying to take out this TC, but even if he does, there's such a big backline remaining. Soin with a huge lead. Will certainly be taking map number 3 with the Farseer going... the blade going down. That must be the end. And we're moving on to map number 4. Pretty quick games here in our first series of the day. We're about 46 minutes in. 3 maps over already. Soin taking a beating on the first map, but bringing it back hard on maps 2 and 3. And maybe it's time for Fly to concede the point that Blade Master all the way might not be the right call. Blade Master on Echo, very strong, obviously. But on some of the other maps, I feel like especially on Concealed Hill, especially there, you really want to go Farseer. I think on Northern Isles you can play Blade. I think he was in a decent position. He had the level 3. He was very unlucky with the items, to be fair. He got a ring early. He didn't get slippers. Of course, slippers are fairly unlikely anyways. But he went to the marketplace, and even in the marketplace, nothing seemed to be there for him to purchase. So that was indeed very unlucky. But still, I think if he pulls the grunts back into the main, use the burrows to defend, and the Blade Master is next to the grunts, taking out the wolves right away, and then attacking the headhunters after. I think that's the better way to do it. Also, if the grunts start dropping low, you can pull them back next to the burrows and heal them right away if the blade is there. But the blade was chasing after the headhunters a bit too much, I believe. Are marketplace items random? Yes, they are. Well, I guess they're semi-random, if you will. So, if you spawn on a map and there's a marketplace, after 2 minutes, it's not like there can just be a catgas pipe of insight in there. That's not how it works. You first have to creep the camp with the drop to unlock it to be able to appear in the marketplace. So, if you creep a slippers camp, then, or your opponent does, then it can appear in the roles of the marketplace. If you creep a big mana camp, then one of those roles can appear in the marketplace, and so on. Items have levels too, right? Yes, that's correct. There's 2 categories of items. There's charged items and permanent items. Permanent items are like slippers, claws, crystal ball, Soin mask, permanent items. And of course, slippers level 1, claws level 2, crystal ball level 3, Soin mask level 4. Level 5 is catgas pipe. Level 6 is spell shield. And level 7 is Mask of Death, but we never see that stuff. And then there's also charged items, which is Wand of Illusion, Big Invo Potion, Mana Stone, all that stuff. Map number 4. We go back to Concealed Hill. And now I'm very curious. Is Fly really going to stick with the blade? If he does it here, I feel like he completely wants to avoid playing Farseer at all costs in Orc Mirror. And So far, this is certainly looking like a Blade Master build. Could still be one grunt into Headhunters, maybe? Alright, Flight's definitely a Blade Master. And I think for Soin it's a Blade as well. Yep, it is! Alright. Blade on both sides. Soin straying away from the Farseer for the first time. Why is the crystal ball an orange camp item? I think the crystal ball is actually pretty cool. Like the general mechanic of it, having the reveal. I think it just needs to give something else. Along with just giving reveal. I think if crystal ball also gave 1/1/1 stats, the attributes, I think then it would be good enough.
Player's forces are under attack.
What about if it gives Ultra Vision? No, dude. That's way too strong. Dude, Ultra Vision is crazy good. Ultra Vision is the main reason, in my opinion, why Orc versus Night Elf is problematic. I mean, it's a good idea in terms of how it would make sense, right? Like, you get a crystal ball and you see more, it makes sense. In that case, in that way, it's a good idea, but it's too strong.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Fly with one hell of a start. Blade Master getting Circlet and Slippers. Perfect drops for him. And should also be picking up the Circlet from the Merchant. Wow. Super fast creep up by Fly is going extremely passive. I think he's expecting to play against the Farseer. Unlike earlier, he's just trying to rush level 3 as quickly as he can. And Soin is more or less doing the same. However, he crept a little bit differently. He's going to creep the natural a little bit slower. What about local True Sight? That's also way too good. Having permanent True Sight is super strong. Oh my god, the items for Fly. Pendant to boot after the other two items. And since we're talking about it, here it is. Crystal Ball for Soin, which he's most likely going to be selling. Oh, but he keeps it for now. Scout the Natural saw it taken. And that should tell him that he's certainly facing Blade Master as well. If the opponent was playing Farseer Headhunters, we would probably be creeping something else. Rather than the Natural. But as you could see here, this Natural normally pretty hard to creep. But if you're left alone, if you have Blade and 2 Grunts, you can actually do it pretty well. Blade Master harassed now in the main. Very annoying to deal with. We don't really see many orcs walling off their main anymore nowadays, do we? I guess it's partly because of the threat of Farseer Headhunter. If you're facing Farseer, you really want to have a way to retreat your grunts back into the base. Also, imagine if the Farseer summons the wolves and then staffs on top of them behind your wall and you can't get in. It's a big headache, so probably not a good idea. Wall off your main anymore. Blade Master should definitely, or could definitely try to go for some building kills here. Fly successfully delays the totem. Soin unable to do so. Now with the Shadow Hunter out, we have Hex. And that makes things a lot harder. Oh, nice saves by Fly, using the heal salve on the peons and loading them into the burrow, where they're now healing up safely. Sitting next to the stove or the fireplace and letting those heal salves work in the cozy home.
A player's forces are under attack.
When you got a fast level 3 Blade Master like this, you can normally harass the opponent's creeping very well. And that will oftentimes mean that you're going to have a fast tier 3, because you don't have to fear Shadow Hunter push to be coming in too soon.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's why it was so important for Fly to save those peons as well. If you want to go tier 3, you're going to need a good amount of lumber, of course. And perhaps that's also why Soin keeps harassing the main, especially diminishing the lumber income. But also the gold, Fly is pretty much doing the same.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, 2 peons taken out already. Seems like Fly has slightly faster reactions with saving his peons. Being able there to keep them alive.
A player's forces are under attack.
Out of the shadows, into the fray. Quick reactions this time by Soin, but still 2 peons fall. And Fly, very passive now. I think his whole army is sitting in his main right now. Yeah, it is. Ooh, that's a lot of peons going down. But Soin's lumber's magically still looking good, whereas Fly's really isn't.
Player's forces
First
are
heal
under
scroll
attack.
picked up by Fly. Those are always hugely important. Especially alongside Spirit Link. They are very, very strong. Seems like Fly wants to take a fight. Raider up front. Getting hexed right away. Fly probably a little over-eager with that Raider running in right away. Both Raiders hexed. Both speed scrolls pop, trying to save it. Hex is gonna run out though. Oh! Another Shadowrun's getting caught. Oh, and there's no speed scroll left for him. Trying to pop him out of the surround. I think he's still stuck in there. Uh-oh. If the Shadow Hunter falls, that would be a disaster. A hex again. Right clicks. Heal scroll, however. Shadow survives with the heal scroll. Heal wave now is ready again as well. First ensnare on the Shadow. Second one should be ready in a moment. There it is. Can he get this around? With a blade, he certainly can. And there's no saving the Shadow anymore, is there? Can he transfer an invuln? I think he's trying to. Oh, he did! Man. Great moves by both players here. Fly got some more items. Disenchant. Disables the Spirit Link. Oh, did you see it? Fly used the ensnare on the blade to keep him out of range from attacking the Shadow. Man, that was cool. Lots of sick moves by the two. That was very nice. And even the telestaff to bring him back to the main right away. Get those clarities and heal salves running. Lots of great moves. This was a nice symphony of skills right here. But at the end of the day, not too much has died. Fly, though, with a big supply lead. Soin is still supply blocked. He didn't make that fourth burrow. Fly's got a lot of raiders here, which of course can have their own issues against grunts. But the end snares are hugely helpful. Took out the first enemy raider already, and the second Fly now seems to have a huge lead in this game. Shadowhunters both dry. No heal wave anymore. Oh, opportunity for a steal right here. Doesn't quite get it. Oh, and the blade. Uh-oh. Is he dead? Dude, look at the blade. What are you doing?
A player's forces are under attack.
Dude, this observer sometimes. Alright, the blade got away on like 2 HP. Oh, and Fly got the cat, got his pipe of insight. The best item on the map. Blade getting level 4 as well to boot. Fly can go for a big fight here soon if he wants. The Catgas Pipe is running and running. His Walker is gonna get so much mana. The Shadowhunter, of course, also benefiting. Also very strong aura for Soin. Getting the Lionhorn of Stormwind. What's the item here? Wand of Mana Stealing? Not the best, certainly, for Fly, but he's gonna take it. Soapy and Vampiric are the best items. What? Like, Khadgar's Pipe is already almost a Soapy mask on the Shadowhunter. And then it also works for all the walkers. It's definitely better than Soapy. But okay, with Vampiric, you might have a point. I just love mana, bro. I love mana. Khadgar's Pipe is my jam. Ten supply lead still for Fly. He's got more units coming. Armor upgrades now as well. Buff up those grunts and raiders a bit. Ooh, Shadowhunter getting caught out of positions. Fly fully gonna commit to it? No. He's gonna try to make sure he's got a good position on his own army. Big disenchant, by the way. And look at the Walker mana difference, by the way. Fly got so much more mana. Of course, because he has one Walker more as well. But also because of the Khadgar's Pipe. That means he can dispel Spirit Link way easier and reapply his own Spirit Link way easier. Plus, of course, he got a way bigger army. This fight is a foregone conclusion, pretty much. There's not really anything Soin can do here. He's trying his best still. Takes out the first Kodo. Trying to go for the second. Sometimes in Orc Mirror it feels like Orcs commit a bit too much to the Kodos, maybe. But here, he is gonna get it. But now a 15 supply lead for Fly. Someone has to try desperately with the hero kill. He's not gonna get it. And he's gonna call for the GG. Fly ties it up 2-2. And that means we're gonna go full distance. We are gonna see every map in this series. Whether it be a draw or a win in the end. Alright, we got about 2 minutes before the next map starts. So if you guys didn't see it earlier, let's take a look at the standings once again. We are in the last week of the Rejuvenation Cup here on Playday 19. It's gonna finish on Sunday with Playday 22. Soin and Fly at the bottom of the barrel, unfortunately. Soin could overtake still Fly and make it to 9th if he wins today and then does better on the last Playday. Better than Fly, then he can overtake him. If Fly gets the win here and wins again in his next match and Foggy should lose, then Fly could still also overtake Foggy. However, Foggy could put an end to this if he wins later on. Foggy at 5 points. Honestly, Foggy, if he's a bit lucky with how the other people are playing, he could still make a big jump. We're going to see Foggy versus Colorful, of course, later. So Chimiko seems to be out of range. With 9 points and 2 matches left, Chimiko certainly is out of range for Foggy. But Foggy could certainly overtake Colorful today. If Foggy beats Colorful, he'll make it to 7 points. Colorful at 6. And if Foggy's lucky, he could also still overtake Lawlight. So Foggy could still make it to 5th. And same for Colorful. Highest Colorful can realistically hope for is 5th position. Same for Foggy. Fly can hope with a good performance for 8th still. And well, for Soin, it's 9th at max. But at least Soin is getting some more maps finally. Yesterday he got 2 maps against Happy, which looked really good. Whereas before that, in the first 6 matches, he only got 3 maps, which was really rough. So Soin is finding his footing once again a little bit. Even if he's not quite back to WC3 Champions Finals shape, he seems to be getting there slowly but surely. As we move to map number 5, who's gonna get match points? We're gonna find out on Autumn Leaves. And thank you, by the way, Protection from Blue with the Prime sub. Welcome. Last map we saw both going with the blade. Soin there seemed to be not doing too hot, so he's going back to CORSAIR here. That shouldn't surprise us too much. If you're left alone, there's a very strong level 3 creep route for the Blade Master here. With Green, Merchant, Natural. I think Soin definitely has to scout for that. And has to prevent it if it should be occurring. And Fly, by the way, showing his true colors here today. Not playing CORSAIR a single time. Against Undead, he still plays CORSAIR exclusively as far as I know. That's something I'm really surprised about in the meta. I would have expected way more orcs to be switching back to Blade Master. Because the Blade is so much better in the late game. But basically nobody does. Basically everyone is still playing CORSAIR headhunters only against Undead. But as I said, on Saturday, when I am unfortunately not going to be there, for the Saturday match of Happy versus Lynn, I think Lynn's going to play Blade Master twice. Possibly with Blade Master first, TC second. Flies to wait a little bit here for the shop to finish. Now got it. Starts off well here with the claws.
A player's forces are
and that's the creep route I was talking about. I think Soin is doing a wrong creep route here. I think what he should be doing is he should have scouted with the first wolf, if it's a Blade Master, if he's going here. And if he's there, then the Farseer should be moving south, harassing, And the other wolf and the farseer should be creeping the headhunters, I mean, should be creeping the green to ensure level 2. Because if you're left alone, the blade can creep very well, and by the way, has incredible items. Circlet double claws.
A player's forces are under attack.
Great items also for the farseer. Double mantle is amazing. Oh, and Fly is going over to the over to the other merchant. You could buy another circlet here if he wants. Oh my god, this Blade Master. Ooh, baby. Well, these headhunters are gonna have a tough time staying alive. Oh, great scout as well, by the way. Fly had one grunt out on the map, trying to find the opponent. And he very successfully did.
The town is under siege.
One burrow cancelled, but... Oh! That's a supply block for the Shadow Hunter. Ooh, that's very annoying. However, the Blade Master is creating space. He's forcing the Headhunters to retreat back to the main.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, how well can Soin keep his Headhunters alive here? One dead. Two dead. Oh, this Blade Master is just so scary. Look at these right clicks, dude. Yikes. Alright, 3 Headhunters down. Oh! Oh my god, he's blocked in. Oh, no. Ah, there's too many holes in this base. There's 3 exits. No way you can block them all. Alright, Burrow finally finished. Shadowhunter joining. Lots of gold on Fly. We got a Bestiary as well. Oh, and Soin going tier 3. After this bad early game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wolf harass continues. This is of course very annoying for Fly to deal with. Once he has some walkers, it's going to be easier to handle. Oh, needs to repair the burrow. Oh, a little late with that, but fast enough. Big camp here in the middle for Fly. He's going to be level 4 on the blade really soon. And I like that he's prioritizing it as well. With these kinds of items, the crits are gonna be huge. Alright, he's the first walker. May just want to leave one walker in the main. Hex against the blade, but since there's no end snare here, he should be more than fine. He's also got the Ankh. Is now, however, out of mana, so this is where he does need to be careful. Soin has once again made it to tier 3. He's gonna have Berserkers and a third hero in a moment. But he's still far away from 50 supply. The Fly gonna get level 3 Shadow here if he solo creeps, which it seems he will. Push coming in by Soin. Fly perhaps not quite ready yet. He's still healing up with the salves. But the Shadow did get 3. The Walkers. Oh, they don't have Disenchant yet. They will in a moment. Scroll of the Beast. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Fly has to retreat from the Scroll of the Beast. He has to disenchant it. Where is the upgrade? Oh, damn. The Observer even realized that it was crucial here, the upgrade, the timing of the upgrade. Disenchant! Alright, there it is. Lord of the Scroll of the Beast has been dispelled, but the TC is in. First Stomp being used. Illusions being disenchanted partly. Man on the Walkers, though, isn't too high. It's a lot up to the Blade Master here to save this fight. And he's very survivable. He's got Spirit Link, he's got the Ankh, he's got the Heal Wave. Oh, it seems like Soin wasn't aware of the Ankh. Commits the Hex and the Focus, but the Blade, of course, returns. Everything for Fly is really hurt, though. Oh my god, the Chain Lightning. 5 units dead, all of a sudden. Jesus Christ. Dude, that one of Illusion on the TC was so good. That soaked up so much damage from Fly's army, kept them busy for a long time. Oof. The power of Berserkers, boys. Thank you, Gokul, for the donation. Trying to take out the TC. Inward Potion on the blade. Has to hope for some big crits. Does take out the TC, but only level 1. He's not going to be dead for long. Oh my god, the damage against the Kodos. Look at it go. Needs a crit to take out the Shadow. Needs a crit. Oh, no crit. Chasing after him. Passes the TP. Makes it back home. Fly does survive. Barely. But with great losses. Toby Mask on the Shadow Hunter, of course, amazing.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fly at 28 supply. He's basically got no units. Oof. Rough game. Soin looking poised to take the 3-2 lead. And with that, match point. Yeah, with the Ankh, you get resurrected with 500 HP. And with the amount of mana that you died with. Yeah, in my opinion, Ankh should res you with 600 HP. Would make it quite a bit better. Alright, trying again with the hero kill. Inward Potion, focus. Probably the right choice by Fly. He knows he can't win a fight. He has to try it with the hero kill. Ooh. And he gets it! There we go. Takes out the Shadow.
A town is under siege.
But the wolves were busy. Took out the peons at the same time. One Blade Master and a dream. Don't know if this stream's gonna come true though. Wouldn't it be better if Fly played Shaman and then tier 3? Instead of Walkers? I guess the Spiritling is also pretty good though. But the Purge against the Wolves can be really strong. Bloodlust late game. Well, maybe for the next map, because this map is over. GG called. And 3-2 lead for Soin. Good back and forth that the two players are presenting us here. Soin with the first point in the league. Finally. Soin is indeed getting stronger and stronger towards the end of the Rejuvenation Cup. Yesterday against Happy, he almost got the draw. And today he gets at least the draw. And with that, finally, the first point for Soin. That must be some relief for him, I imagine. That means Fly will have a maximum of 3 points after today, which means Foggy needs only 1 point to secure 8th place. But Foggy, if he has a really good remaining 2 matches, he could possibly still make it to 5th position. And of course, every rank higher pays out a little bit better. Especially from rank 7 to 6, it's an improvement of, how much is that? $150, right? Yeah, around $150. Improvement from 7th to 6th, and from 4th to 3rd, it's even a lot more than that. It's more like $500 improvement. But nobody can really make it to 3rd position here anymore from the players today. Tomorrow, it's going to be a different story, because tomorrow it's going to be Focus versus Lawlight, and Chambico versus Lane. Map number 6, the final one, the decider. Where are we gonna go next? We go once again back to Northern Isles for our 6th and final map between Fly and Soin. So earlier here we saw Fly with a Blade Master, which didn't quite work out. And Soin with the Farseer Hunters. Soin is sticking with the Farseer again. Is Fly finally, for the first time, gonna go Farseer now? This peon is going to decide it. If this peon makes a War Mill, then it's going to be Farseer. But no! No War Mill, no Farseer. Fly again with the Blade. I would expect the same creep rudder once again. As we saw earlier, the Blade can get level 3 here very quickly. Try to put pressure on the headhunters. Kind of scary though, that even with that incredible inventory on the last map, it still wasn't quite enough. That wolf harass also in the mid game is so good, right? Preventing lumber harvesting. Preventing peon harvesting. It makes it really hard for the orc with the Blade Master to follow up the tier 3. Alright, clauses of attack. Already better start for Fly. Last time it was Ring and Scroll of the Beast.
Player's forces are under attack.
If he finds the slippers here, he's off to a hot start. Not quite. Gauntlets, not that great, honestly. Will be sold most likely. I feel like gauntlets can be really good in the right situation. If it's a matchup where hero focus is very dangerous. Not necessarily so much the case here, though. And Fly this time will be trying to be aggressive. Okay. So he's slowing down his own Blade Master progress. This means he has to really be successful in preventing level 3 Farseer. Oh, and he steals the last hit. Nicely done. Every last hit steal here matters. How did Soin play against Happy yesterday? It was a close series. It was a 4-2 in favor of Happy. Oh, look at that grunt block. Wow. Wow. Wow, that was a sick grunt block by Fly. Blade could pop the speed scroll here if he sees the opening, and I think he will, right? Grunt block on the other side. Oh, the grunt block was a bit too late. Okay, now we have speed scroll on the other side. Fly follows with his own speed scroll. I feel like that might be a bit of a waste. There's no way he can kill this Farseer now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Good early by Fly, though. Really putting on the pressure here. Oh, and he's going into the middle. He's gonna try to creep the merchant with only 2 grunts. That would be crazy. Oh, wow. He does. Damn. Oh, Soin's gonna see it in a moment. And remember, Fly's speed scroll is gone already. Oh, dangerous. Gets the item. Rune Bracer is very bad. Sells it right away, of course. Farseer will be able to get 1 grunt here. Doesn't even have to invest the Chain Lightning.
A player's forces are under attack.
And again we see the tier 3 by Soin. This has been successful every time so far. If he goes tier 3 and he makes it to Berserkers and Triple Hero. Soin won every time. Wait, did Fly get a... Did he get a Headhunter? He didn't, I think, right? I don't think he did.
A player's forces are under attack.
Blade gets level 3. And that Talisman of Evasion isn't too bad at all, actually. 15% damage reduction, really nice to have. As long as he doesn't get hexed, anyways. Hex disables evasion.
A player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
Fly didn't creep the Tuskars, which is kind of surprising. That's normally the standard camp to go for. But seems like he wants to be very evasive here with his creep route. But Soin, in the meantime, pushing into the main with his speed scroll. Ooh, and these burrows could be in trouble. There's some repair happening, but first burrow's gonna fall. Berserker, though. Traded for it. How many birds is Fly gonna lose right here? He of course sees that there's a tech happening on the other side as well. So we'll have to TP out in a moment, trying to get that last burrow. Oh, did he overcommit? He lost 3 headhunters here. That's quite a bit. Pretty good defense by Fly. Only losing 1 burrow. Taking out 4 peons in return, by the way. Oh, Blade gets caught with the reveal. Oh, if there's an end snare. If there's an end snare, he might be dead. Oh my god, Observer. Observer, bro. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Blade gets away. Was quite painful for Soin. He lost a lot of supply. He still can't go for the TC at the moment.
A player's forces are under attack. Player's forces are under attack.
Alright, Shadowhunter now level 3. That's a very valuable level up for Fly to have, of course. Keeps on harassing the economy. This happened to him basically the whole series so far. That he himself was getting harassed. Now he's returning the favor. Soin still far away from that 50 supply that he so desperately wants, and I think he doesn't have a TC yet either. Oh. Too many peons in the gold mine. But Soin has enough lumber. Doesn't bother him too much. It's pretty late now in the game to go for a TC. Is it too late maybe to go for a TC? I would say no. Stomp and Aura is always amazing. Someone just sold the item that he found. So it must have been a Book of the Dead, right? Everything else you would keep, I think. Alright, TP home. Good attack by Fly, taking out peons, taking out burrows. One walker, of course, dies quick. Fly has a TP here, right? He must. Yeah. Does have a TP. Good hex on the blade. Ensures that the burrows, this burrow at least, remain standing. And Fly has reinforced defenses, or as people like to call it nowadays, the cement upgrade. Soin now is getting it as well. He had quite some lumber to spare, finally getting those reinforced defenses. Very helpful. I feel like orcs skip that upgrade too much nowadays.
is under siege.
Why is it called cement upgrade recently? I don't know. Somebody in chat came up with it. And, I don't know. It just sounds kind of funny. It's what they call a meme. Oh, creepjack by Fly. Oh my god. Perfect position. Blade Master saw this. Wonderful execution. Oh, and look at that lightning shield as well. Blade Master with the LS. Doing some bonus damage here. Will's getting summoned, but quickly getting dispelled. Oh, the Kodo! Aggroing the creeps. That's not ideal. Oh, Fly loses the Kodo Beast. He doesn't pay attention to it right now. He's just got it on A-click. Now he does, but now it's too late. The Kodo gonna go down. It's even giving experience to Soin. Again, the Berserkers looking so strong, like they do so often. But Hex from the Shadow, and he's dead, right? He didn't use the heal wave. Oh, Shadowhunter going down. That's a painful loss for Soin. Not sure if the heal wave was on cooldown. It may have been, although it seems like it shouldn't have. This Blade Master getting targeted as well, but he's got the big healing, and he's got evasion. The control by Soin in this fight, I think, quite questionable. And Fly is looking good. With a tier 2 deficit still, taking a good fight right here. Everything extremely hurt for Soin. He's trying to run away, but there's 2 raiders ready to throw end snares. Shadowhunter is not back for a long time. Oh, and more lightning shield. How many lightning shields did he find? And Soin's losing everything. Seems like we might be finishing the day, or I guess rather starting off the day with a draw. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, and 4 kills. Oh my god. Fly with one hell of a creepjack. Wonderfully done. And Soin panicking a bit there, I think. That could have been done a bit better. Oh, small spike on the stream. China, please. Fly just bought the heal wards, by the way. Quite expensive. 450 gold for those heal wards, but I guess he had the resources. Heal wards are, of course, amazing always for Orc. And claws plus 12 for the blade. He will appreciate that as well. Alright, the Shadowhunter's back, but we only have 4 Berserkers in here. The army for Soin is not good enough anymore. And with this kill, the blade gets level 5, right? Yes, he does! Alright, baby, let's go! How high are these crits gonna be? I think like 250, 260 should be the max. 260! 276! Okay, the max was even higher. Bam! A nice big crit towards the end. And that is the GG. 1 point for Soin at least. Fly brings it back, secures the draw. And that means 1 point for him as well.